Well, welcome to the Redmen TV. I'm joined by Barry Cash at Toffee TV, and I'm in enemy territory. We're mixing up on the combined 11s this week. We're going to do it as a two-man show, and I don't know how this is going to go down, to be honest with you. So I'm going to ask Barry for his combined 11. He's going to give me what he thinks is a fair and balanced team. I'm going to shoot it down, and you're going to shoot it down in the comments. That's how it normally goes. Anyway, without further ado, Barry, thanks for joining me first and foremost. What is your combined 11?
Everton 1-2-11. Done.
Go ahead.
In goal, I'm going with Joel Robles.
Okay.
I just think at the moment, out the three, thought he's better than Stecklenburg for us, so he's in. And I think your two are hit and miss. Mignolet, for me, he's up and down. He's not. I don't think he's ever as bad as people say. He's not, mate. Listen, I have this all my red mates before derbies. He's garbage. Every time I watch him in a derby, he's like Gordon Banks, mate. So don't be giving me he's as bad as. And I think
he can be though. He can be bad.
But the problem with goalies is they make a mistake, it's a goal. You know, I just think he's a decent goalie. To be fair, I think Karius will be a good keeper. I know he's had a rough start, but Joel Robles has got into our side, and there's been no coincidence that our form has gone like that. I think he's kept 9 clean sheets in 14 Premier League games since he got in. I think he's top of the goalkeeper stats from the turn of the year. Everything he's up there certainly. So he's been playing really well. I probably shouldn't be saying this ahead of derbies, but he's been playing really well, so he gets the nod from me.
Okay, yeah. You know what? We've just filmed my combined 11 to go out on Toffee TV, so go over and check that out. I had a bit of a struggle with the goalkeeper. For my eyes, I don't watch Robles every week.
Yeah, of course.
So I did pick Mignolet, and that might be wrong, but from how he's played the last few weeks, I think it's fair for me to put him in. I can't see an argument for why you wouldn't put Robles in. So moving on to the right back.
Yeah. Well, I'd have normally picked Seamus Coleman, but you know what's happened there.
Double leg breaks man.
Bad. So he's out. So Klein, it's got to be Klein. Our backup to Coleman is Mason Holgate. Looks a really good prospect, but Nathaniel Klein for me, or let's call him Nathaniel, whatever. I think shorten it. N Klein. No,
Klein.
I just asked you. No, Nathaniel Klein. He's up there in the top right backs probably in the Premier League, without a shadow of a doubt. So he comes in at right back.
No arguments from me. Centre backs.
Centre backs. We've got Phil Jagielka, who's
still going.
Come back. To be fair, he's come back last couple of weeks and he's looked quite good.
Has he?
Yeah, but I'm not going to play him. Funes Mori, I'm not going to play him. So I'm going to go with Ashley Williams for us, because I think he's a really good organiser. I think he's absolutely brilliant in a 3. In a back four, sometimes he can be exposed with his pace, but he's been a good signing for us. He had a little dip just before Christmas, but he certainly picked himself back up. The only problem with him is the occasional mad moment where he'll try and it's cheaper back passes that aren't on. But in general, he's quite solid. So Ashley Williams.
Yeah, I think he's a player I've long admired, to be honest. And I wish we'd signed him a long time ago when the rumours were that we were interested. I can't, but I'm kind of surprised that nobody signed him, to be honest.
Arsenal left for him as well.
Yeah, there's so many teams. And who are you partnering with anyway?
I'm going to go with Matip, and I'm going to go with Matip on recommendation, because I think I'm not convinced with Liverpool centre-halves what I've seen of them. Lovren looks great one week and all over the place. Klavan, I haven't seen enough of him, and when I've seen him, he's not really convinced. I've seen a little bit.
Good in the last derby though, Klavan won.
Yeah, well, yeah, but mate, I'm not being funny. You could play in the derby and have a storming against us once you put that red kit in. It doesn't matter. I've seen some poor Liverpool sides over the last 15 years, and we've hardly beat them, as well as some great ones before then. So Matip's going to come in because what my mates tell me, and I had a chat with you before, he's a classy centre back. So given that we haven't got one, he's going in alongside Williams.
Left back,
Leighton Baines. I don't think there's any argument there. Great left foot, slowing down a little bit, but still technically very good. So Baines.
What's his positioning like now that he's slowing down a bit?
He's more defensive in a 4 than what he is. Again, me and Ped on Toffee TV, we often talk about our back 3, which has been the best formation for us. It got us going again, and Lately, Koeman's gone back to a 4, which we can't really understand. But when he's in a 3 with him and Coleman high up the pitch, he's like old Leighton Baines, what you think of, fantastic joining in. In a 4, he's a little bit more reserved, but I would say he's obviously more defensively minded, so he probably defends better in a 4, but you lose that going forward, which is what makes Baines really good.
And what about the midfield then?
Midfield, okay, I was going to have Schneiderlin, but I feel as though he's not going to play. So it'll just do it as if we were picking a team that would start Saturday.
Is he injured then?
He's got a calf injury, picked it up in the last game. He's been touch and go for this game. I don't think he's going to play. I think if it's that tight, why would you? There's no point putting him in for a game and losing him because we've seen how well that worked for James McCarthy with Ireland, who's another one who would have come in. So I'm going to go with Garner. We bought him for £7 million from Aston Villa, and he's been unbelievable for us. He really has. Covers every blade of grass, puts tackles in. He's using the ball with Schneiderlin in the team. He's been allowed to play further forward, and he's been really good in that role as well. So he gets in. I'm going to have to put Henderson in there now, which he wouldn't have got in, I'll be honest, if Schneiderlin was there.
So you put the two of them together?
So I'd have them two, because what I've seen of Jordan Henderson is his ability to pass a ball, long range, passing, can switch the play. Garner's more of he'll win it and he'll pop it off and get it back, where Henderson, I think, has got the ability to switch it. So I would put Henderson. That actually
sounds like a pair that complement each other quite well.
Well, I think I don't see...
What formation are you playing? 4-2-3-1?
Yeah, kind of. That's what it'd be like. But I just think what I think with Henderson, 50-50s, not so much, but better on the ball, where Garner is quality. He's very like Kante. I'm not saying he's as good as Kante, but he's very like, he'll pick the pockets all the time, Garner, and I think them two probably could work together really well. And then ahead of them, I would have, let's go for Ross Barkley.
Where, right hand side?
Left. I've Ross to the left of them. Started off well. It's a rocky patch for about 8 weeks, and has come back again since probably around Christmas time. He's been going up and up and up levels.
Is he starting to affect football matches now?
No, week in, week out, really, for us. I think he's got the most assists, or he's created the most chances in the Premier League, and he's just getting better and better. He needs to have more goals.
Englishman,
the English, yeah, but he's up there anyway. And if you just look at him for us, he's fantastic. He's picked this game right up. Can he now do it at Anfield in a tough game? I suppose that's the thing. That's the question.
You mentioned that on your videos, that is he up for the fight in these derbies? I don't think we've seen that he is over the.
Well, I think the Goodison derby, he lost his head a little bit. He put that really bad tackle in on Henderson, but I think it's just because he can't really tackle. He's more of a footballer, but what he's done better lately is block tackling and getting his body in, because he's a big lad, and he started to do that. Doesn't have to go to ground. He can win the ball many different ways, and that again, that's something else that's improved of late. He's thinking about what he's doing, so he gets in for me. Mane is in. No, again, another one without a question. I think he's Liverpool's top scorer with 15 goals or something like that.
So I think it's 12 in the league.
12, and then I think it's 15 overall. He's done well last year for Southampton, and he's gone to Liverpool and he's gone up another level, and he's vital to how Liverpool play. That pace affects games. Obviously, might have scored the winner in the last one. I can't remember. Not like there was a song or anything. Yeah. No, he affects.
Nice song, though.
Well, yeah.
Here's the thing. That song wasn't in any way acidic. Me and Paul, we've got a Redmen podcast now. We were talking about that, and like the banter that goes on between the clubs. That's good, friendly banter. That song. It's having a little jab at your rivals. Yeah, but it's not in like. There's no bad connotations around that song in any way, shape or form. And I actually prefer that to what's happened over the last few years with,
Well, you're always,
with all the other chants that you get, and all this type of stuff. And it's not just one way either. I'm saying Liverpool fans as well as Everton. I'd rather it go back to that type of a song, where it is just a little bit of a friendly jib.
It was, wasn't it? That's what it was for so long.
Because it annoyed you. Definitely, of course it does. You've just been beaten in the derby, but then equally, it's not going too far in any way, shape, or form. So I thought that was quite good.
Well, we've got a nice little Bramley Moore one. That isn't acidic. It's just, it is what it is, isn't it? But we go on. Mane in the side. Now Tom Davies is getting in.
Okay.
In the field now. Liverpool fans. The Ketwick Kaiser.
Nice.
tremendous haircut and beard. He's been fantastic, and he's in there for basically shock value in terms of not knowing what he's going to do, because we don't even know how he plays one week to the next. He pops up all over the pitch, very, very clever. He's not a Ross Barkley type midfielder who will beat 3 or 4 men, but he's got that ability, as we've seen with his goal against City with the little chop, and he came inside. He's a competitor and gets about the pitch, and I think he'd give this team some nice energy and nice balance in there. You've got the pace of Mane, and you'd have Davies popping, turning up all over the pitch.
He's a Scouser as well, isn't he?
Scouser from West Derby, yeah. So he's in, and he's one that, like you say, may surprise a few, because you won't know how he's going to play, because we don't know how he's going to play. And then Romelu Lukaku up front, I don't think there's any... No, if anyone questions Lukaku, then football's probably not for you. He's the top scorer in the Premier League. You give him a chance, he scores goals, it's what he does. I think most level-headed Liverpool fans would want him in their side, the same way most level-headed Evertonians would want Mane in their side. And if you're looking at it as a pure footballing thing, I think Lukaku's got to get in. So I've gone, that's the team I've gone with.
Look, there's a couple there that I disagree with.
Yeah, of course.
I think that's just the way it is. I wouldn't disagree too much with the goalkeeper. Tom Davies, I would probably have a little bit of a shout for Phil Coutinho.
Listen, Coutinho could have got in. He's a quality player. Lallana would have got in. Obviously, we just heard the news. The original one I'd done, Lallana was in the side instead of Tom Davies. But I just didn't want to put another Liverpool player in, I'll be honest.
That's fair enough.
But Coutinho is what, of course, he's a fantastic footballer, and if he clicks, then you're in with, Everton being trouble. But I heard you say before, he's not really been playing to the level we all know he can, so that's why Davies is in.
Alright, Barry, well, thanks very much for that, mate. I appreciate it.
Mate.
Don't forget to check the comments, get in the comments and start replying to people. That was, do you know what? I actually think I preferred this way of doing a combined 11. I think it brings actual level-headed football chat a little bit more than just proper banter and stuff. So I've enjoyed this, mate, and thanks very much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, of course, and check out after the game for all the post-match content on the channel.